Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another stream, and thank you for tuning in to Gaming Leo TV. Oh, tonight hurts. It hurts a lot. This background music I'm listening to hurts a lot. So tonight was gonna be more Dragon Quest 11S Definitive Edition. Much like I would like to have every Sunday be, but you know, Hololive Myth had their final, kind of sort of final group collab with each other tonight. They just started yapping, then they played Minecraft for about an hour and a half or so, and they kept yapping, and then they eventually had to, unfortunately, finally say goodbye. Amelia Watson's final stream is tomorrow. I'm also working tomorrow. I don't get out until 9 o'clock. But, so I was gonna have like Spelunky. Yeah, I was gonna have Spelunky be like the end of the month, like a recap sort of stream game, and I could just talk about whatever's been going on throughout the month. And that changes. This weekend has completely changed purely because of it. In fact, let's get it started, shall we? Let's turn this off, turn this off, and here we go. Oh, and let me turn the game audio on. Bam. There we go. So, in Spelunky here, I tend to just do like random talking streams with Spelunky because I could play this game with pure muscle memory and not be bothered by anything. I've unlocked everything. I 100% in this game because I'm a crazy person, and I still have like, what, over 700, 800 hours in it. I love this game a lot. God, I bought it on my birthday when it initially came out on Steam. This is like a PC port of a 360 Xbox Live indie game remake of an original free pixel-based game, which is not nearly as good as this. I've tried playing it a number of times. It doesn't feel that great. The physics just are not the same in that like it is here. There you go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hell yeah. So, yeah, I guess I should just talk about whatever has been going on throughout the past month. This and I suppose a little bit of August too. It's been a mixed bag. Been very genuinely a mixed bag. Oh god, the screen tearing is driving me nuts. Looks super laggy for me. This game is so weird, dude. I don't know if that's gonna change anything. I don't know if it's because this is actually an old game. Like, this game is like, what? I don't want to say 10 years, but somewhere around there. Like, it's decent. I think it's 2013 or something like that. It's decently aged. So it might not be working on like modern hardware and things like that. And it is kind of breaking down after a while, and it's not like it gets modern support on a regular basis. So whatever happens on screen is just whatever happens, unfortunately. Like, it says 60 frames per second, but it doesn't actually move. Like, it's very, very choppy. And I don't know how to fix it. Kind of want to put it on full screen, even though full screen kind of breaks it. Borderless full screen? I don't know. I don't think that works that way, but go with it for now. So yeah, anyway. Wait, before I do anything, I need to focus. I'll take it. So there's a way to do it where you swing at him, bounce on his head, come back and grab his gun and then kill him. But I messed it up, but it's okay. Anyway, so August started off great. I went to a Green Day show at Citi Field in Queens, New York. It was awesome. Like, I've been to a few concerts before, but that's always going to be my all-time favorite one. They were celebrating 30 years of the album's Dookie and 20 years of the album American Idiot. Like, both albums are very, very much beloved to me. And they also played some stuff from Warning and Nimrod and Insomniac 2. It was incredible. Just absolutely incredible. About as perfect as a show as you could possibly make it. Getting there was fairly easy. The weather held up perfectly nice. And the energy was awesome. Alongside them were, or at least underneath them, were Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, and a group called Linda Lindas. I feel like I probably talked about this before. All coming back to me now. But Linda Lindas are amazing. They are a group of, just a group of teenage girls that absolutely understand how to make really fun pop punk. They're heavily inspired by like Japanese female punk groups, and you could hear it in their music, and it's awesome. And I absolutely recommend supporting them because they're a lot of fun. They have a new album coming out, I think, in October. It's up on their Bandcamp if you want to go grab it there. The group is called the Linda Lindas. And then following them were Rancid, who were a lot of fun, but felt like they kind of ended abruptly. They just like did a song. I don't remember the name of the song, but they just did a song and then just left. Like no, thank you New York, thanks for coming, and blah blah blah, yada yada. They didn't really do that, although they did kind of do that like earlier in their set, but it was kind of weird. And then after them were Smashing Pumpkins. Then they went on for like about an hour and a half or so. They basically had like their own concert as they kept going. And they were awesome. I don't know too many Smashing Pumpkins songs, but there was a few in there that I did know that I actually joined along with, because it was there's just some stuff in there that I remember from either Guitar Hero or specifically a wrestling music video. Doomsday Clock specifically was part of a wrestling music video I had watched way back in the day. Yeah, and then fucking Green Day came out, utterly killed it. They did everything from Dookie, they did everything from American Idiot. They they used some stuff off of Saviors too, which was awesome because Saviors is their newest album and it's really good. It is really good. It is a lot of fun, and I absolutely recommend it if you are kind of sick of some of the other stuff that they had done. I will say though, like, it's less like a Dookie, or it's less like their older stuff for sure. But if you liked something like Revolution Radio, you'll probably enjoy Saviors because it's closer to that than anything. So they did that. They did chronologically. They did Brain Stew. Remember they did Brain Stew. They did Minority. They did... Well, they ended with Good Riddance, and that was awesome because Trey Cool and Mike Dirnt came out in Wolverine and Deadpool costumes. It was amazing and really funny. And they sang Know Your Enemy off of 21st Century Breakdown. Oh, that show was so awesome. It was amazing. And then, well, I have to talk about the bad shit now, unfortunately. I got into a car accident on August 8th. Oh, August 8th was my birthday. Which, you know, I didn't think I really did anything on my birthday, did I? I definitely don't believe I did anything. Kind of hung out and vibed. But sorry, I'm focusing now. August 18th, I got into a car accident. It was fucking stupid. I was making a left turn on... I had a red light, and then I thought I had a green light because the position of where the green light had come from was actually behind the red light that I was at, and I thought that was mine. So I went ahead to... Oh my god, this game is breaking down, dude. I went ahead and, like, made the left, and that was a horrendous idea because, yeah, no, the SUV that kept coming never stopped. Didn't even sound like they put on their brakes, quite honestly. And, yeah, they hit me more or less head on. I got totally fine. The worst I got was, like, a couple of abrasions and a little burning from the airbag going off. But other than that, I'm perfectly fine. They claimed that they were seriously injured, and issue almost happened out of that, but everything's fine. I don't think there's anything I need to worry about anymore. But unfortunately, I no longer have a car, and it's even sadder when you understand that that car was actually my father's, who had passed away. Going on 6 years, actually. Tomorrow will be 6 years to the day that my father had passed away. And I got that car, well, not only because he passed, but my stepmother had actually worked hard enough to be able to pay that car off to give to me. And for the most part, I had driven it really well. Maybe some mistakes here and there, but for the most part, I had driven it really well. But oh shit, I'm stupid. But people make mistakes, and unfortunately I made a really bad one. So now I can't drive anywhere. I can bike. I recently got a brand new bike seat for my bike, which is really nice because that means I could actually sit on the thing without it killing me. And I don't really miss driving. I do miss my car for convenience, but I do not miss driving. I never liked it. I like when I was able to, like with nice weather and whatever, I made sure to like walk everywhere. And now I don't really have to worry about that too much because, well, I got a nice bike seat, which feels a lot more comfortable now. But anyway, so that happened. And it seems like that saga is finally over, so I might not have to worry about it anymore. And then, I think it was August 24th is when I got to see Hololive Breaking Dimensions, which was amazing. It was a wild ride of getting there, because I mean, obviously this is after the car accident, but even still, like, the only way to get to the city in New York, or basically anywhere, take the trains. Learn to take the trains and the subways, and it doesn't matter how long it takes or how confusing it might seem. Take them. It's a lot better. It absolutely feels a lot better than trying to drive your way through all that nonsense. And went to, like I said, went to Breaking Dimensions. It was so fucking awesome. The line was insane. Like, people were looping around the entire neighborhood to get to the back of it. It was that crazy. There was, like, the show was supposed to start at 6, and it didn't start until 7:30. Because they were still waiting for people to come in. Like, and then it was fabulous. All the girls killed it. I got to see Suisei live, which is what I wanted to do for Anime NYC so bad, but I guess I kind of botched the ability to... No, I'm stupid. Shit, whatever. I botched the ability to do so when she was going to be at Anime NYC, but I got to see her at Breaking Dimensions, along with all the EN crew and everything. It was awesome. So awesome and so worth going. And then, well, a lot of things. There's a lot of sad news coming out of Hololive, honestly. The graduation of Minato Aqua, who had been a part of Hololive for the better part of 6 years. Debuted in the second generation, along with Ozara Subaru, Yuzuki Choko, Murasaki Shion, and Nakiri Ayame. And yeah, Aqua left. And that one hurts because not only was I a huge fan of hers, she was really cute and very funny and cute, haha, cute, funny, but very talented. You know, she was enjoyable, and it was always fun watching her get effectively get bullied by everybody, especially Suisei. But she also debuted on my birthday. She and Shirogane Noelle debuted on my birthday on August 8th for 2 different generations. Noelle's in Gen 3. And unfortunately, Aqua left at the end of August. This is really sad to see. And man, she had like the highest concurrent viewed stream since like Coco. Oh shit, well I deserve that one. Since like Coco or something like that. It was I wasn't able to be a part of it because well, it happened super early. But then this month happened. I forget what day it was announced, but I forget what day it was announced, but yeah, it was announced through Hololive and Amelia Watson that she will no longer be a full-time streamer for Hololive. And it's been kind of like a weird soft graduation with her because she's not leaving the company and she's not becoming staff, but she's not going to be full-time streaming anymore. And the girls are like trying to be like, she'll come back. Even on me, it's like, I could still talk with you guys. We'll still do stuff together. Don't you worry. And there's like vague hints about her like coming back for like bigger event stuff and everything, whatever that may mean. But for the most part, it's coming across as if like, I don't know, it's coming across as if she's just going to stop, even though she's actively saying, I'm not leaving the company. She's making sure to tell people, I'm not leaving the company. And as of this stream, tomorrow is going to be her final stream. Tonight was the final Myth stream, as I mentioned earlier. Oh man, it was so fucking... It was sad, it was nostalgic, because she did a lot of stuff that was similar to her debut. And then she played Minecraft with the girls where they just like looked back at all the stuff that they had built and put together and everything. And then they built the famous bus stop, which was, I think it started off as fan art for Ame and then became like kind of canon for this thing that she would sit at. There's more lore being added. And they built that together, which was very cute and also very sad. So that's that, I guess. I mean, Kiara can barely pulled it together. When Kiara Takanashi, who's like the biggest talker in all of Hollow, at least Hollow EN, won. A lot of the girls are talkers, but this is bad. When she's the one that gets like quiet, that means there's something wrong, dude. And she could barely talk. Like, Ame was doing the whole tribute thing of like, oh man, you know, you guys are gonna do great because you guys always do great things and I believe in you and blah blah blah, yada yada, this and that. But man, and Ame like deliberately was like giving everybody numbers for like the 5 4 3 2 1 thing. And she gave Kiara the last number to say, and Kiara was like, I really couldn't actually say it. And she's like, I know it's not permanently goodbye, but it feels like a permanent goodbye and things like that. And then they said their final ultimate or ultimate. And man, it's rough being a Holo fan right now. It's rough being a Holo fan. At least it's just a couple. At least it's not a full graduation from Ame, and Aqua leaving means that she's actually grown up enough to go do things on her own that she feels confident in, which is great. That place bred a lot of confidence in her, which is awesome. And I am curious. I'm curious to know what Ame does from here, because I don't know what she does. I mean, how do you say, oh yeah, guys, I'm just gonna be leaving and not doing anything for a long time. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back at some point, don't you worry. Where it's like, it's not a hiatus. It's kind of a soft graduation, but at the same time, it's like, well, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, what do we do? What does everybody do now? I'm dead. Anyway, so, I'm curious. I will say this. I've gotten recommendations through YouTube for her past life stuff, and it would be kind of amusing if she did go back to her past life just for a little bit. And start doing stuff over there, but we don't know. We don't know what's happening. Ame is like being deliberately vague about it all, and nobody else wants to be specific either. So, well, excuse me. So yeah, it's rough. She's not going anywhere, but she's gonna be done doing what she had been. And speaking of doing stuff, I suppose I'll pivot to myself. I recently finished up my Backyard Baseball 2001 Backyard Kids Edition YouTube series. What a trial that was. It's supposed to be a children's game, but goddamn is it fucking aggravating, because it's broken in ways that don't make any sense, and it sure kills the fun of playing it. Excuse me. I have an idea of making one last team, also with Backyard Kids. It's like, I don't know why. I get into this thing where it's just like, I want to do something that would be like a fun challenge, and then the fun just like stops happening, and it just becomes a miserable challenge that I never want to do again. Like the series started with like the first 5 I went like 5 episodes, and that's where I stopped, because I had Kenny Kawaguchi as a pitcher, which was a horrendously bad. It's a really bad idea, and don't believe what the stats in the game tell you. They actively lie to you. It's crazy. You'll have like maxed out players play like shit for basically no good reason whatsoever, and it's fucking annoying. It really is. You'll have somebody that's like fully maxed out on fielding, and they'll throw the ball to their own feet or miss catches in ways that they shouldn't, and so on and so forth. I've ranted and raved and gotten angry about all of it in those videos, and in the stream I did of the World Series, where I was like looking to like absolutely destroy in the final game, and then for no good reason the game decided, hey, let's for no good reason have the computer AI hit every single pitch you throw. And it is like I could not have fun with it. But eventually, thank God, I got it over with, and then I won, and it was awesome. Spelunky, you're a weird game. I gotta figure out what's going on with Spelunky and my PC. I don't remember it being this super laggy and being like out of aspect ratio and things like that. Again, it is an old game, 2013 and all, but damn. So yeah, the Backyard Baseball series is over. There might be another one happening at some point. I just not entirely sure when. I certainly want to take a break from that game after everything that it put me through. So with the other streams and things like that, I know I've been like super inconsistent. I get super inconsistent with streaming because it requires me to have to perform. And a lot of times I'm just not, because I'm not in the right mental space for a lot of it a good chunk of the time. Or like, I've talked about it before, but I go through panic attacks at a level that I've never faced before. Before, I was like, oh yeah, I'll stream, and then get like too nervous to do so and everything. But now I'm getting like weird, it was certainly after the head injury that I unfortunately gave myself back in October. This car accident hasn't helped either, where I get really like, physical symptoms of stuff that just doesn't feel right and hard to, like almost impossible to explain. And they could all be the term is psychosomatic. It could all be psychosomatic of like my body just giving me signs that things aren't right despite them being actually okay. It's hard to explain. The brain is very weird. And it can cause a lot of issues throughout the body. You know, when you're getting old like me, I'm 34 years old now, you start overthinking things a lot. But unfortunately for good reason. You know, it's rough out here, man. And when you're still not where you want to be in life, either with jobs or, you know, lack of relationships and things like that, it feels kind of like there's no way out of it, unfortunately. I'm not gonna give up though. I can't. I had a friend tell me that because I am who I am, I don't give up, which always makes me feel better. Because I don't. I can't bring myself to. Oh, yabbe! Now there's a dead run. Hate this area. I don't know. Maybe I could try to beat Olmec for once. I don't know. Yeah, so streams, right? I always have plans for streams. All the time. I have tons of games that I would like to play and finish and be over with and have fun and this, that, the other thing. But my biggest issue with games is like I have a lot of issues with games. They either get boring, frustrating, they stop working, or I just lose interest in them for whatever reason. And it happens a lot. So there's a lot of games I'm like, oh man, it'd be cool to stream this. And like, I primarily stream for myself, honestly. That's like a progress sort of deal, but it certainly is cool when I get members, when I get viewers coming in and showing up and talking, and I have a better time that way. It's always great to have people just show up and talk. It's nice. But I'm still very microscopic, which is another reason why it's like kind of hard to be motivated to do it. It's like, if I should have been smarter about it like so many years ago in my 20s when I wasn't doing anything. Like there were so many decisions I could have made that would have made my life a lot better, especially streaming. And like I had bad PCs, I still could have done like minor games ish maybe or something, but you know, that's all past stuff that I feel like I've been trying to get retribution over. Because like Yeah, secluded. Today was going to be Dragon Quest, but I changed my mind because, well, tomorrow I have work from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and it's going to be Amelia Watson's final stream. I was talking about that earlier, so I'm not doing Dragon Quest tonight if I can do Spelunky here. Oh yeah, yabe. Damn, I was trying to avoid that. And Dragon Quest probably won't return until like November, honestly. Oh, this looks so choppy. Why the fuck does it do this, man? First, yeah, whatever. It's misleading because of the days. Yes, I know. Turn off G-Sync. How do I... All right, hold on. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I gotta. You watch it during school, and I gotta watch it during work. But yeah, so it's not Dragon Quest tonight purely because of the Myth collab, and then I have work tomorrow, and then Ame's final stream is tomorrow. You know, it's all. You know, I'm not gonna. There's so much. It seems like so many people have ideas for how to handle. I don't want to do this. Oh, so bad. But it also does it when I have it full screen effects. Dynamic. See, I turned all of this off, and it shouldn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, streams. Like I said, Dragon Quest won't happen again until like November. Legend of Dragoon, I'm not touching that fucking thing until its 15th anniversary. I don't care anymore. Many of like, it's because I've been doing the themed Year of the Dragon streams of like dragon-based games. Like a Dragon, the Dragon Quest games, Legend of Dragoon, such like that. Because October is coming, I want to do more spooky games, and I have ideas of what I want to play already too, so that should be fun if it all works out. Yeah. Oh, Dragoons, the Doki's fan base are great. Legend of Dragoon is I've never wanted to love a game that I hate more. I swear to God. But all that's gonna be, like I said, change. I'm not gonna touch them until November, and then it gets difficult because I also have work, which gives me random schedules for random nights, and they're primarily night shifts, and so, you know, I'm not gonna come home like 9 o'clock or past 9 o'clock and then try to stream at 10 at night. I like having 8 p.m. as a start time because that means I get to get things done around here and eat dinner and finish taking care of everybody here, like my mother, my cat, etc. And then I could just get into streams. I feel like 9 o'clock is just too late, but 8 p.m. feels all right for the most part. There is some stuff that happens at 8 o'clock that I would like to be involved with, but what can you do? I mean, luckily I've never had a, 10 minutes notice to go in at 6 a.m. But quite frankly, I would rather do a 6 a.m. than I'd rather do like a 6 to 10 than a 5 to 9 or a 3:30 to 7:30 or whatever schedule Skechers has been giving me. Because when I was working at TJ Maxx, I guess I shouldn't say it, but whatever. When I was working at TJ Maxx, they were giving me like 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. shifts. And that was great if I wanted to stream, sorta. It's like, that means I would have all day to myself and then stream by the end of the night or whatever. Now I get like, my schedules are so weird with my current job because, shit. Because it's so random. And, I put up a schedule of like doing a game every week. I'm having the Adam Savage problem where I'm not finishing my own thoughts. Anyway, I plan my month in advance, and then I go by either what my work shift says or basically how I'm feeling that night. But I feel like next year I might change up my schedule a little bit to where... That was a bad idea. I'm going to change up my schedule a little bit to where I'm going to make... Because I don't want to do one game for like every day for like a full week. Know what I mean? I want that variety. So I'm not being like, oh god, I got to play this game again and again and again. I need the variety. But then I feel bad when it's like I stream the game only once and then other times I just didn't even want to touch it. But again, it's not like I have anybody holding me onto anything. Who cares, right? But I'm trying to... For someone with ADHD, right? And someone who's been dying to have some kind of consistency in his life literally since he was born, it's difficult. And for the past few years now, actually, I've been trying to be a lot more consistent. Just a lot of things have been getting in the way, including myself, that have made it very difficult to do. I need to blow this up. But I certainly want to have Spelunky as like the end of the month yapping stream so I could recap stuff and talk about things that have been going on. Because this game, I do get to turn my brain off. It may seem like a lot's happening at once, but I've played this game for way too fucking long. Long after I've 100%ed it, because it just feels so damn good to play. Despite some of these weird screen stuttering issues and everything that... It shouldn't happen. Like, even Steam says that this is running at 60 frames per second, and it runs like a slideshow. And it's not a performance thing. It's a game thing. It's old. 2013. But, eventually, at some point, might find a fix for it that isn't too technical. I don't want to spoil what I'm going to be streaming for October, though. Yeah, whoever decides to check my stream will see the schedule. And maybe I might start putting it into the schedule tab. I'll look into it. I feel like nobody checks it. Like, I don't often check other streamers' schedules. I check their tweets. The only way I see if anybody's live is if I follow them on Twitter, generally. Unless they make the mistake of never saying anything. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have... Everybody has that one game where they just turn their brain off and then just play. Oh, sugars. Ah, nuts. Oh, what can you do? I've also been thinking about doing another YouTube Let's Play series. People are still doing those, and it's really funny because like those definitely died out a while ago. But I'll see some microscopic channels on YouTube put some stuff up with like only single-digit views and things like that, and it's nice. Oh my god. I just have too many tweets to find out someone's streaming. I usually rely on... See, Twitch notifications don't do a damn thing, though. I know that firsthand. I have subbed to... And it's not sub, but I follow a lot of streamers. I don't get any emails about them. Like, in theory, you're supposed to get emails of who goes live and when, but... I feel like Twitter has always been a lot more instant about it. And I'm on Twitter all the time anyway, because it fuels my, it fuels the dopamine part of my brain, because there's always constant updates and something new on there all the time. You do need to get the hell away from there. Like, generally, a lot of the stuff that I follow is fairly, I guess, non-confrontational, but when you're also a UFC and pro wrestling fan, you just see some of the worst dog shit of all time, and it makes you really want to give up on humanity. And then the VTuber side is like the most peaceful part about it. And there's a lot of horny art, and I'm a fan. I absolutely have played HoloCure. In fact, I streamed it a while ago, just to grind out some achievements and other things like that. I saw that Caillou has been working on updates. He's adding Gen 3 in there, including a fucking Pecoraro Casino, because he's a madman. 410 hours is fucking crazy. I do not have 410. But let me see, hold on. It's different, because like I had the... I started playing HoloCure when it first came out. And I mean, like, before it was even on Steam. Right now, the Steam version, I currently have 13.4 hours. At 49 achievements of 82. A lot of those achievements I was given because I had already played the game and they carried over. So... Oh, I didn't notice the Pecco Mama as the receptionist. That's amazing. Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about streaming HoloCure too. But I find that game really hard. If you're not using somebody that's like already overpowered, it's very difficult to get through some of those levels. And some of those levels are ridiculous. Like, they're so claustrophobic that you can barely move anywhere, but enemies will just walk right through screens and destroy you. I think he is a Nosagi. Yeah. So, it was either that or people were trying to figure out what his Oshi was based on how powerful one of the characters was. I think people thought he was a KFP because of how Kiara was in the game or something. But he stays together for the one from car. See, I would love to game systems like that, but I'm not. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into that game again and start streaming it often or something. Oh! I didn't mean to do that, but he's gone. I did not find the chest yet. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'm thinking about getting into making more like Let's Play style content. I can't believe my backyard baseball videos have actually gotten views. But whether or not they were bots or just whether or not they were bots or just like some kind of content thing looking through and whatever, it's gotten views. Like there's a couple of them on there that have over 100 views, which is really nice. So maybe I could do that. I was doing an XCOM Enemy Unknown let's play for a little bit, but I found it too honestly kind of grindy, because like every mission was taking me like over an hour to do, because the way how the game plays, I don't know how to do it right. But there's a game called Mark of the Ninja that is one of my all-time favorites. I have the remastered version of it, and I never finished it. I played a chunk of it on stream a long time ago, and then I never did anything with it again. I'm thinking about maybe making that as a series again, because I think that making games that already are episodic and have chapter-based stuff, those are really easy to make into like separate videos, rather than just try to blow through a lot of it in one stream. Like I like playing, like on stream, I like playing games that I feel like are going to take a long time, because they'll be like more story driven and less, we're done, go to the next one, you're done, go to the next one. Like a backyard baseball, where one game is one video and so on and so forth. Whereas if I'm playing like a long form JRPG, I feel that that's really good stream material, because for the most part, you could just kind of turn your brain off and vibe and hang out. Unless it's Legend of Dragoon. But also I could recognize that JRPGs are boring, because they kind of are. Oh, I died. I didn't even see how. I finished all achievements for Hollow Cure around this. Jesus. You really dug into that game, didn't you? I find some of those achievements really ridiculous, but they're the same kind of ridiculous that Vampire Survivors is. So, like, beat this stage and then beat this stage under these challenge rules and beat the game without moving, and I can't do any of that. I can't do that. And I certainly don't try to either. It'd be fun to be able to, but I don't. I can't do it. That's another thing too. I actually have a I actually started up like I guess kind of a mini series or a sub series called like achievement hunting, just call it that, where there are some games that I try to 100% or try to get achievements in. I have so many ideas for what I want to do, but it's difficult to do them when you're such a tiny channel and barely anybody watches you. So, but seeing some of the support and the comments and the view count on the backyard baseball videos really made me go, maybe I should, but I don't know. This is something you gotta stay consistent with, which I've always had trouble with, but I'm working on it. Damn it, game. Half of those achievements are semi-luck and Hollow Cure. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, man. Oh, sugars. Oh. Oh! I would like to actually get a hell run done, but those are very hard. I can't believe I 100% in this game. Like, one of the achievements is to not pick up any gold, like, at all, which is incredibly difficult because that shit can actually blow up in your face and you won't even realize them until it's too late. Another one is a co-op one where this game has local co-op. Yeah, this game has local co-op. Spelunky 2 has online co-op, and that game is bad. Spelunky 2 has, this game has local co-op. so you have to bring a partner with you to finish it. But you could also set up a second controller and then just carry the body of the second player around with you to finish the game. And then there's... what's the other hardest one? I felt like getting the no goal was probably the hardest one. Oh, the speed run. Speed run achievement is you have to beat this in under 7 minutes. Which for some is incredibly easy, but for me, it took me forever. And I just barely did it when I last did it. I cannot wait to get into Aquarium in December. It's gonna be fun because, like, I don't know, I'm like, I kind of want to do much as I said last time, like with Aquarium and being in December, like, you know, it's the final month of the year, so you may as well do something that has like a finality to it. And I'll stream Aquarium, but I also want to do something Amelia Watson related too. I just don't know what is because Small Ame is kind of a fun game, but it's a little annoying. But I want to do something more than just like a goofy platformer. And there's so many Holofan games, man. But I guess I'll figure that out as the time comes. Really interesting. What? Yabe. How many achievements does Aquarium have? Oh, 11, and 6 of them are hidden, of course. Really trying hard not to spoil anything for you. It's kind of hard. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, this is what happens when it's a the story-based game, which is why when I do stream, when I first streamed it, I recorded it actually and put it up on YouTube. That's right, because I was during, I considered February like Valentine's Day month, and so I was doing like cutesy streams like then. Oh no, I didn't do that. That's right. I think it was just that and Hotful Boyfriend I was doing. I think that's what happened. On February 13th, I streamed Aquarium because that would have been Valentine's Day in Japan. And then I did Hotful Boyfriend for Valentine's Day proper. I think that's what happened. So yeah, I got through all of chapter 1 and chapter 2 I'll work on in December. I just don't know when. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then what I'll do for next year as far as streams go, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I always have ideas in mind, but whether or not I'm able to stick with them is entirely different. Because, like, I don't know. End of Year of the Dragon is coming soon, and I didn't finish any of the games that I really wanted to. And some of them I might just put on the YouTube thing like a hiatus or something, or end of or whatever. I don't even know. Chapter 2 is like 3 or 4 hours. You probably finish it like... I could probably finish that in one stream, honestly. Because it is a visual novel, I would just sit here and watch it. It's very much like Umineko. The difference... yes. The difference between Aquarium and Umineko is that Aquarium ends. I've read and heard that, like, Umineko is like triple digit hours long or something like that. So, least with Aquarium, I could just put up like the first 2 chapters and be like, hey, I'm done with this. Play chapter 3 for yourself and things like that. But for Umineko, it's just something where I'm just like, you know what? I feel like watching Umineko. Let's just watch Umineko. And then I use the modded version of it that adds the voices and everything, and I just hang out. Yeah, 12 hours for Aquarium is not bad. And seeing as like the first chapter was like the Marina Fubuki stuff, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it'd be that bad. I don't really want to look into what achievements are hidden because that's definitely spoilers. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I feel like next year is where I'm going to start doing things differently. Because I always try to do something new like every year. Because you have to. You always have to have a new start for something. Yeah, definitely go watch the VOD, man. It was very fun, very sentimental, very emotional. What was fucking emotional was that aquarium, the aquarium stream that Ame did with all the other girls. I missed like a chunk of it because I didn't realize he was gonna do that. I forgot. The ocean charity stream. Very specifically, the moment that she had with Crony, and Crony was like sobbing, trying to say, you know, hopefully we'll get to do something again someday, and I'm sad that we didn't get a chance to do more together. Meanwhile, Ame is like, listen, we can still play whenever you want. It doesn't matter. I'm not actually leaving. And it's like, oh my god, dude. And then Ame, apparently, while Ame had her VR controller charging, she joined Pavolia Reine's birthday stream, which is amazing because Reine was the first person, or at least first non-EN person, to call into Ame's birthday stream, who had never done a you know, a birthday call-in show. From my understanding from tweets that I had seen, yes, the Takarachi with the 40,000 was amazing, and Ame's over 200,000. Coefficient was watching Ame clips cosplayed as Ame, and said that the charity was at like 213,000, which is amazing. But anyway, yeah. So Reine called into Ame's first birthday stream, who hadn't done a birthday stream before, and I guess Ame didn't realize that she had to invite people to come into the stream, and just thought that people would see it and join. And I remember that was an awkward birthday one, man. It was only like, I think it was like Ina, Gura, and Reine called in, and like that was it or something. It was not great. But so Ame called into Reine to because Reine said she was looking for a cake, and Ame's like, wait, I found something for you in the oven here, and then gave her like an MS Paint cake, and Reine almost burst into tears because of that. And I was like, oh god, Ami is such a fucking pillar. She's such a pillar for Hollow EN. It's crazy, dude. For someone who loves to screech and yell and get mad, she's so soft-spoken and giant-hearted and just... And I'm so glad I got to see her live. I got to see her sing Putterine, too. It was awesome. So happy I got to see her sing Putterine. Oh, it was... Man... I'm so happy I got to see all of Myth together live at Breaking Dimensions, dude. Like, the more I think about it, both the happier and the sadder I get. Man. It's like, they really did come up during an incredibly important period in life in general, you know? Late 2020, early 2021 was rough because, well, COVID took over the world. And at the time that I was introduced to them, I was working at UPS as a truck loader, and certainly needed an escape. And I ended up being introduced to them. Like, Amelia Watson's actually a funny one because I was introduced to her through the Trash Taste podcast. Connor, before his own VTuber arc, was like, I don't get VTubers. Like, who are some VTubers that I would watch that are gamers? And I think it was Garnt. That suggested Amelia Watson. And so I watched Ame clips, found her screeching, and thought it was really funny, but didn't subscribe to her at the time. I was like, funny clips, blah, blah, blah. What made me subscribe to Amelia Watson was finding Amatsuka Uto, who is a sister of hers because they share the same artist mama named Nabi. I want to say Aoi Nabi, but even that's kind of a mess, and oof. But yeah, so, and then since then, I've been a teammate. And God, Ame is she's a pillar, she's a pioneer, she's a legend, and a genius, dude. Like, all of everything she's ever done with the VR, with the 3D stuff, with making, like, getting involved in making 3D models and assets for the EN girls way before Cover was ever close to ever giving them one. Like, those VR streams, especially with the small versions and that classic moment of that classic moment of Ina crying, being like, I wish I could hug you guys in real life. And Ame being like, we will one day, we will. And then sure enough, they end up doing so. But there's a particular fan art. I cannot remember the artist's name off the top of my head right this time. But there's a fan art of, like, Ina. It kills me. There is a fan art of Ina with the VR headset on, crying, with like on her knees, hugging all of the small character. Like, Hollow fans are just so emotionally destructive. Like, I saw a tweet. It wasn't even a picture. It was just a tweet. A tweet that said, who would have thought that the Warden of Time would have asked for more time? Like, oh my God. And we got to be there for the whole Jonathan Watson, Amelia Watson storyline, and and Ame, Gura, and Ina all singing End of a Life with each other. God damn it, man. Man. It hurts. I was saying earlier, Secluded, it hurts being a Hollow fan right now. It hurts being a Hollow fan, dude. Just losing our Oshis left and right and fucking... Yeah. It's like... 2024 has not been it's not been a great year in a lot of ways. the figure making company U2's announced pre-orders for Amelia Watson and Gargura figures in their idol outfits. And I've never gotten anything from U2's, but man, am I thinking of doing it. Man, I'm thinking of doing it. I'm over the whole Niji thing, honestly. Like, I'll see some... I've seen some clips of some members, and it seems kind of funny. But, man, there's so much dark stuff around them because of the whole Selen and potentially Pomu stuff and a lot of other things that happen with former members that really does make that whole generation very unenjoyable. Even if they are having, even if they have good moments. Speaking of Niji, the now back to her old self, Sunny Splosion, the former Kunai Nakasato. She's happy now. She's feeling a lot better about things, which is great. And she seems to be teasing a return, which is awesome. And I'm certainly more of a YouTube stream watcher than a Twitch one now. It's just, I don't know, just because, I guess. I mean, I'm on YouTube a lot more in general because it's primarily a video site and I'm on there more. But man, it would be cool to see Sunny Splosion get a kunai style avatar, man. Yeah, no, Niji really fucked themselves over, like a lot. Just you know, even before this, even doesn't archive streams. That's another thing too. Yeah, Twitch's archive stuff is primarily for space reasons. I suppose. So like, even if like you're, of particular value, your VODs don't last long. I'm playing this so poorly. But yeah. Yeah. Twitch is okay to stream on, but that's something special in my my affiliate goal thing. I don't know. Maybe I should just start streaming on YouTube. I know you're supposed to be able to use like Twitch emotes on YouTube, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever gotten that to work, but I don't know. There's a lot of reasons. There's some reasons to stay on Twitch. There's a lot of reasons to go onto YouTube. But again, I'm very microscopic, so I don't even know what kind of following I would have if I even went onto YouTube. Whoop. Oh, I do have a shotgun here. Don't go there. Oh, it's someone from Gen Zero? Oh boy. If someone from Gen Zero leaves, dude, who would leave? I mean, maybe Suisei. I feel like because Suisei already has the rights to her character. She outright said that she would not join Hololive if they didn't let her be Suisei. She was Suisei when she was indie, and she wants to live and die as Suisei. So, if there were anybody to leave Hololive, it would be Suisei. I mean, she's already made more than enough deals, money, and is a well-known star as it is anyway, and has actively said she wants to be known as more than just being a VTuber. So I could totally see her leaving in a graduation sort of sense. But other than that, I don't know. I don't really see Roboco Oski or Miko leaving in. Ooh, Sora leaving would be impossible to me. Especially since we already lost A-chan. My favorite song in the whole game. Ooh, nice try, fuck. I don't know if Hollow is crippled if someone from Gen Zero leaves. I don't believe so. I feel like they've certainly cultivated enough of a fan base and have effectively more than enough, for lack of a better way, stars. I'm dead as hell. Oh, I'm not. They have more than enough effective stars that they could last for a while. So long as they have people. I mean, Yago said that if anything, like, God forbid anything happens to Yago or anything, that Fubuki would be the CEO. So, like, I don't know. So long as everybody, you know, gets treated as well as they have been for however long they've been there, I don't see Hololive really, like, getting into any serious trouble. Well, yes, of course, if Fubuki leaves, there's gonna be problems, but I don't see that happening either. Oh, shit. It's one of those things, like, I don't know. I feel like Yago wouldn't just say, you know, this woman's gonna be my CEO, and then she'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm gone, bye. It would have to be, like, seriously personal for her to want to leave. Which, of course, yes, could happen and whatever, but I don't know, man. I feel like if Hollow ever goes down the wrong path, which, you know, since it's being run the way that it has been, I feel like there is no real wrong path. Oh, did I fuck up the... Oh, did I do the thing? I don't even remember. I'm not even paying attention. Yes, you know, I was thinking Niji too, but like, oh my goodness, I'm silly. That was probably gonna be my best friend too. I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so I certainly don't see Hololive like crumbling anytime soon. I mean, Aqua, you know, Aqua had a line in there about how, oh, I don't like where the company's going now, so I'm leaving, or she's having effectively creative differences with them. Which I don't understand, because I don't know. Like, it's one thing to understand why Coco left because of all the issues that she was going through and, like, a lot of the censorship happening with her. But I can't imagine what issues Aqua was having because, you know, it didn't seem like Aqua was anybody that wanted to do anything that the company would tell her no about. Is it the strict rules? I don't know. Again, like, I followed Aqua. I enjoyed her as a performer and very cute streamer and a partner to a lot of other members, but I don't know what she's actively talked about as far as having any, like, complaints that would make it seem like she would want to leave. That's why that graduation was so surprising, because it's like, what are you leaving for? What the fuck? When you hear, you know, oh, issues with the way the company is being run or managed, like, in what way? It does say a lot when, like, the most quiet person is going to speak the loudest in bail. So I mean, maybe. I guess if you want to make the argument of that it's a lot more strict or less lax now. It definitely depends on what you're looking at, though. Because, I mean, they've had to put policies in place so they can stop getting in trouble. I mean, hell, Ollie, and to your point, honestly, Ollie was going to, or is, like, working on basically having, like, a meme review style stream of her own, and literally just tweeted, oh, by the way, you guys can't do any copyrighted stuff. And she's like, shit, I forgot to say that before. So, and there's still issues with that, but again, with Aqua and her mindset, I don't know. I don't know what she wanted to do before she left. Yeah, you know, you always have to be careful about what you're allowed to do. But I'm just so curious about her reasoning. Also makes, like, this Ame leaving one also, like, why? But she's not fully graduating. She's just gonna be taking a back seat, more or less. It's so weird. Japanese companies in general are very weird, so... I mean, I'm certainly not going to speculate anything, because I don't know. And, it's very, very weird. Well, no, of course, but, like, you're a small company, not many. Yeah, I mean, you know, of course, but, like, everybody has their reasons for doing something, I guess. I mean, it does feel like they all have to be more like performers now than just game streamers. A lot of these girls are getting albums, including surprising ones like Shirogane Noelle, who's not a very good singer, getting her own album. Like, albums are coming out. They're doing a lot of live events and solo lives and doing a lot of stuff that takes time away from them probably being the entertainers that they would rather be, which is just a streamer that hangs out and plays games. So maybe some of that is happening. Student graduates ever since mid-2020. See, that's different. That's different. Like, if she was considering graduating that far back, then there's something really has to be up. See, and that's what matters. It's all about the timing and, like, what's causing some of this. Because mid-2023 is, like I said, that's some time back. Let me see something really quick. What was she doing in 2023? Like, for the virtual YouTuber fandom of Aqua, it just has that she got her new idol costume during the 4th Fez. She was a part of the Hollow Summer, where she got a new outfit. And then she got her 3.0 model in mid-August. See, during the stream on the same day, she mentioned that the reason was due to differences in opinion with the management. That's all it says here. At the very least, she did make her members only stuff public. That's very cool. There's lines here. Doesn't think the company's evil or at fault or anything. Just wants to do something else. According to this Reddit thread, at around 45 minutes of her graduation stream, she said that she graduated to live her life. So, I mean, she was part of the company for, you know, 6 years. So, honestly, good on her for being like, yeah, 6 years is enough. She did do everything. You know what I mean? She did everything. She got her solo live. You fuck piece of shit. She got her solo live, or at least 1 or 2 of them. I think she had an album come out. She got to collaborate with some pretty big names, or at least names known to her. She did a lot. And for someone who is a tiny, small onion girl that is an introvert and everything, it's a lot. It's a lot for someone like her. So, at the very least, it didn't appear to be anything being a problem. She just wanted to do something else. Even still, she didn't necessarily leave friends behind, because I just saw a line in there about how she'll still keep in contact with people. And generally that happens. A lot of these girls that do graduate on good terms, they still keep in contact with people and still hang out and whatever. You know, leaving Hololive does not mean you can't be friends anymore. Unless you're a necromancer cat girl. Cause then there's the problem. But you know, on that, it seems like everybody that has graduated still in some way keeps in contact with people, which is very nice to see. Oh. That leaving the IP does not mean leaving, you know. I feel there's two different kinds of leaving there, but I will say that does drive me nuts. It's always driven me nuts. What drives me nuts about Kunai leaving and everything is like that fucking. But at the very least, I mean, it. You could still, at the very least, get legally distinct versions of your model if you're getting the same artist. But, I mean, I don't know. Aqua's... Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument that she's leaving her fans, but... I almost want to say, fuck them. No, but you know what I mean, right? Because, like, you know, you can't be, like, feeling like you're betrayed or anything because she wants to do something more conducive to her interests rather than stuck doing the same thing over and over again because, like, you know, a good number of people would rather see you that way. Oh, fuck. See, yeah, if you're following what their past life is, right, always, like, you know, support them there. Make, like, cheeky references to it, but, you know, still support them, enjoy who they are as people, and then you just go from there. That's what's cool about VTubers, man. Only time finding out a PL is a problem is when you're getting, like, legitimately, like, personal info. But I mean, other than that, I don't know. If they're gonna be active on their past lives or personal lives, then it seems fair game to me, honestly. Speaking of, so PL generally means past lives, but I look at it as personal lives too, like their IRL. And speaking of personal lives, Miss Narissa Ravencroft decided to post a personal selfie, an IRL selfie, on her actual IRL performer account. And man, she's a fucking pretty woman, let me tell you. The reason why all these girls just fall for each other one way or another, because they get like the best looking models, and then you see them in person, you go, oh fuck. There's a little, sugars. Oh, hey, look at that. Found that by accident. Beautiful. In relation to aquarium, about this, how I gotta resist. Oh no. Really depends on what channel they have for their PS. Yeah. I mean, most of these girls have PLs where they're just complete dorks. I mean, I've seen clips of there's clips out there of Subaru's PL and Pekura's especially, which is hilarious. Pekura is exactly as menacing as she was on her personal one, which is really funny. But like when you get to like Noelle's, that's when it's like, oh, this is what she is. You can find it. I'll just put it to you that way. You could just you could put it that I could put it that way. You could just look up like Pekura face or Pekura past life. You could find it. It's on YouTube too. You can find it. And the PL name is on there and everything too. It's there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Noelle's is very clean. Definitely not anything risque or anything like that. Absolutely not. She once called herself Doncho. It was the funniest. It's one of the funniest clips you'll ever see. She's just talking and she just fucking out of nowhere just says the term Doncho and then just gets pissed off like you wouldn't believe. It's so funny. But it's also not the first time. K-san was hanging out with like, God, who was she hanging out with? I think she was like hanging out with like, I know it was Choco, but I can't remember if it was also Yozora Mel or Roboco, something like that. And I think it was Choco fucking called herself either Choco or Sensei or something. Like they actively accidentally referenced it. It was so funny. No, it's even Pekora is even funnier than that. There's a clip, the one that I'm talking about specifically, there's a clip of her with pigtails, not pigtails, twin tails. And she's like, aren't I cute? I'm cute, aren't I? And just being just a little aggravating shit about it is so funny. But she's an online veteran. Like, she's known for actively trolling dudes who send her pics that they shouldn't and just making fun of them the whole time. If I remember correctly. Like, you think how she is as Pekora is a menace. Like, no, she been that way. It's pretty great. Right, I'm looking for the staff. I forgot about it. Oh shit, that MF was in the first one, wasn't he? F. Ah, ballsed it up. Nuts. Yeah, I mean, that tends to be what happens. Like, all of a sudden, you'll just get a PL, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then you look and go, oh, okay. The best part is when they are actually, like, genuinely cute. Fuwamoko stuff is all over the place, too. That one's pretty funny. And, like, it was incredible watching Mint Phantom's IRL go from her hanging out with Kikihime to fucking hanging out with Fuwamoko in like the same week or something like that. So funny. Yeah, that happens. All right, this might be an Olmec run here. Excuse me. No. Oh, this blows, dude. I don't have a damn thing that could help me here. Thank God I'm not going to hell. Yeah, that's basically what happened. No, for me. The way how I found Fumoko's PL was Twitter just randomly gave me a tweet from an account that literally talked about them being twins and being like, oh, we're so happy to put smiles on people's faces. And then you see the red and blue heart and we're like, oh, okay. I know who this is. Algorithm stuff is so wild, man. It's actually funny. A friend of mine who's I think I may have mentioned it. I think I did mention it in fact, but like one of my friends that I'm part of their Discords of, they met Gigi before she became Gigi. And another friend of ours was like, wait, is that really? And they were like, yup. It's so weird. Yeah, no, that's... I mean, I don't know if that's their real names, but that's definitely the names they go by. It's, yeah. Oh, I didn't want to do that. This blows. Oh! I can't even open it because I don't have what I need to open it. God damn it. Okay, Secluded. Now that I'm down here, I don't if you're not aware of Spelunky or not familiar with it. Oh fuck, I fucked this one up. Oh shit. Okay, so the whole goal here is to first fight this giant head, this golden head named Olmec here. And then if you have what's called the Necronomicon and you follow Olmec down to the lava there, you can open that door at the bottom and go to an area called Hell. And then when you get through Hell, you fight a character called King Yama, and then you beat the game on effectively the hardest, in like the hardest way. And the way to get to Hell is you get the Ujet Eye in the caves, the Ankh in the jungle in the black market, the Head Jet in the ice caves after you sacrifice yourself. And then you're supposed to kill the Pharaoh thing for his scepter, which opens the City of Gold, which lets you get the Necronomicon, and then you bring down Olmec with you, and then you get through Hell. It's quite a trip. I've done it plenty of times, but it's quite a trip. This game was introduced to me through watching Northern Lion many years ago. Like I said earlier, this particular version of the game, which is a PC port of an Xbox Live Arcade version, this particular version came out on my birthday in 2013, and I bought it immediately. But I'd been watching Northern Lion play it before it came out, and I've been playing it ever since. There it is, Northern Lion! Foxman, Bear Taffy, Red Panda Gamer. Oh man, so many of those names, dude. I was big into watching a lot of YouTubers and streamers around that time period, actually. Northernlion specifically, but then like the Northernlion Live Super Show crew, Northernlion, J Smith OTI, Rocky Smile, Bear Taffy, and a whole bunch of other people. But just a lot of stuff started changing over the years where the interest wasn't there anymore. And some of them even also moved on as well. But Northernlion is still the GOAT. I don't watch him as much as I used to, but when I do, he's amazing. Yes, I mostly just watch some Minecraft YouTubers. Yeah, I mean, I watched some Minecraft YouTubers as well. I was a big Yogscast fan. There was a group called Team Mongoose, headed by Dwight. Also, he's now known as the Mighty Potato, but he used to be known as Potato Orgy. It was just him and a group of his friends playing Minecraft, which is a lot of fun to watch, and I still follow him. He actively does work for NVIDIA now, which is awesome. But, they just recently started a surprise D&D campaign as a podcast, which is great. So those guys, I used to watch, like, mod reviewers. Specifically one named iPod Mail was a lot of fun to watch back in the day. And they turned into like this weird stream, not a weird streamer, but like weird video uploader where he put up just like random stuff that didn't seem right. And they got back into making Minecraft mod videos again. Yeah, I was always adverse to a lot of those, you know, screamer type content makers, dude. Like KSI is more modern, but like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier and PewDiePie and shit, I could not stand that shit because it was so obnoxious. And then they all got better. Alright, let's play another game. I'm gonna go for like another 20 minutes or so. Also, I unlocked it, you know, I 100% in this, so I unlocked every character. The Green Ninja is my favorite one. Excuse me. Like, you're talking to a 34-year-old man. So, a lot of the stuff now, I'm just like, nah, man. Yeah, I mean, dark humor on Reddit. Brother, I was, for a good portion of my life, still a little bit am, I've been on 4chan, like, forever. So, like, whatever Reddit did, 4chan always did something worse. So, I'm very unfazed about a lot of offensive stuff. And much of the time, I generally enjoy it. I don't want to say people are too sensitive now, but like, come on. There's some things that are actually funny, even if they're horrible. See, like, I actually don't even understand that reference, I'll be honest with you. A lot of stuff that happens now is very much not what I'm into. Oh, yes. Of course. Dude, it was so funny talk about it, you know, talk about the Twin Towers. Like, people are like, oh my god, people didn't make jokes about that. Yes, they did. Like, almost immediately, this was pointed out, like, almost immediately after the Twin Towers went down, somebody made a mock-up of Hulk Hogan destroying the Twin Towers with, like, a big boot and a leg drop and everything. Like, you don't understand. Dark humor is always going to be around forever. It's not new. Like, I was 11 years old. I was 11 years old when the towers were hit, and I had no idea what the impact of that really was. It wasn't until I got older in my later teens that I understood all of it, and some of it's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, that kind of meme probably exists, honestly. It's just, you know. Oh, what the fuck? I jumped. I pressed the A button. Stop. Or the X button. I'm using my PS5 controller. Speaking of the PS5 controller, I got the PS5, the PlayStation 30th anniversary controller. I waited in line for the pre-order and everything, and I cannot wait to get it because PlayStation was a system of my childhood. I don't remember how old I was when I first played on one, but it was definitely around the time where it first came out because my father was super into gaming. So I played on one for a little bit. Usually like demo stuff like that, and a little bit of, believe it or not, a little bit of like Legend of Dragoon back in the day, some Rampage. But so I do have sentimental feelings about Sony and the PlayStation, things like that. So they came out, or they're coming out with a 30th anniversary PS5 style controller. It's gonna be like gray with colored buttons, and I'm excited to get it. I'll use that for my more retro streams. At some point, because I don't know, like I have a PS5, you know, and I can stream natively from it, but it doesn't, like, I can't really use my OBS stuff along with it. And the only way I'm able to is if I the only way I'm able to is if I get a capture card. Because if I don't, then I have to like actually use a program called Twitch Leecher, which will allow me to download the actual VOD, and then I would have to put it up, rather than just have everything on my PC. And I would like to make use of my PS5 at some point. I'm one of those people that's just like, notice how I'm talking about my PS5 and not playing things on it. Because I don't want to say I have nothing for it. I do. I just don't know what to do with any of it. I mean, obviously play it, but streaming, when I stream games, that's how it allows me to focus on actually playing the damn game. Because otherwise, I just don't really feel like doing it. Especially if it's long form content, like, you know, like RPGs. Because those take forever. And I don't, outside of streaming, I don't really have the attention span or the interest to do it. Alright, see you later, Secluded. Thanks for joining. Have fun with your lunch. Meanwhile, it's 1:45 midnight here. But yeah, so PS5 is another one that I would like to make more use out of with games that I do have on there. And there's so many games I have on my fucking wish list on Steam, which is insane. But I recognize I'm just like, I'll probably lose interest in this in like 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll play a game that takes like 15 minutes to play, and I'll play that like over 1,000 times. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's an ADHD thing or if it's just the way how games are. Because there are certainly some games that are like 30 to 40 hours long that I will play nonstop. I did that with the Human Revolution a long time ago, Deus Ex Human Revolution, including after the point where they took everything away from me. I still finished that game. But a lot of this stuff, I mean, people do those multiplayer games too, where it's like you end up playing a lot more games or a lot more of a game when it's shorter than when it's longer. Like, the longer a game goes, the less interest you have in wanting to complete it, feels like. I mentioned before that Persona 4 is like the longest game I've ever beaten, and I've done it twice. Because at least the content and the pacing of that game is generally so good, it makes me want to keep playing. Meanwhile, a lot of other games, I'm like, I wish this would fucking end already. Jesus Christ. I deserve that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get to the jungle. And if I die in the jungle, then I'll end the stream. Because I talked about everything I wanted to. But I do kind of want to make this like a regular thing of like end of the month recap / just yapping and being casual about things. Because I enjoy doing that with this game in particular. Gaming for me is fun anyway because I talk to myself as it is anyway. It works really well because I could be talking to either like a chat member or myself. It could be to the general viewing audience if they were to ever see this. Archiving is so important. Might not think it is, and you know, might be a super tiny microscopic channel like me and be like, oh, nobody's gonna see this, who cares? But like, if you're streaming, do it for yourself. It's very much, you know, anything creative, do it for yourself. Don't do it because you think you're gonna get an audience. At first when I was streaming, I was like, I could get something out of this. But in reality, you really can't unless you're super lucky. You go viral, you make connections, yada yada. But generally, do it for yourself and have a point to it. A lot of streamers I just straight up stopped watching because I feel like I've just watched everything they've already done. And, you know, in our discussion about like Twitch and YouTube and everything, I'll mention like an Iron Mouse, for example, who I'm still a huge fan of. I just don't watch her as much anymore because, well, she doesn't really do anything. Yeah, or she doesn't do anything that I haven't already seen, you know. I've watched her rant, rave, get emotional, sing and play games, and hang out with friends. So I've been there. And I'll always support her and be like, oh, look at this cool thing she's doing and blah, 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 this, that. But already seen it. And it happens with a lot of VTubers I'm already subscribed to too, where like, I don't watch what they do almost anymore unless it's like a special performance or something like that. Or it's an event thing, such as like let's just say Hollow GTA or something to that extent. Like, I definitely prefer watching streams when there's like a goal in mind and it doesn't take forever to do. Because I feel like I'm kind of a hypocrite where I'm like, I don't like watching people just do nothing the whole time. Meanwhile, my streams are very much doing nothing. Unless it's like, you know, something specific that catches people's eyes, or nostalgia. It's been pretty big too. Or like, I've played Super Metroid and Ninja Gaiden, Legend of Dragoon, Backyard Baseball, and Diablo. I'll name those because a lot of them, like, that'll have people come in or show up in my comments, be like, "Oh my god, I used to play this when I was a blah blah blah." But I very rarely watch gaming streams anymore. Either for spoiler reasons, like somebody will be playing something that I have interest in and I don't want to see it, or the gameplay itself is just kind of boring to watch, even though the personality to it would be great. And that's where like funny clips will come in because somebody will say something absurd and you laugh and you move on. But for me, I generally like doing either themed stuff or archival things of like, look at the progress that I made on this. And sometimes I just don't finish games and end up with a backlog of stuff that I just either won't finish or can't. There's a lot of can't finishes on there for whatever reason. Wow, I thought that was that. Is there a key somewhere? Oh my god. Alright, hard limit is midnight, so when I reach midnight, I'll end it there. This is gonna look so fucking choppy too. I don't know why it's like this. It was never really this bad until, well, quite frankly, what feels like recently. And by recently, I mean like within like the past 2 years. I don't remember it being so like choppy and weird, dude. Gotta be because it's old, man. I gotta look into it though. Sometimes, you know, you wanna you upgrade your PC, you get the new operating system and everything, and then you just learn that all of your favorite games just break because you made an upgrade. Maybe it's a monitor issue that I have. Could be a monitor issue, a video card issue. I don't know. Also, I guess I sound good with the mic that I've been using. This is a cheap $40 podcast starter kit. I would like to get something that's like maybe not more expensive, but something that's of better quality. Excuse me. But you could always just rock this and still sound okay. That's like, there's a channel called Podcastage that talks about and tests new mics and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, much of the time I feel like I don't hear the difference. Oh shit. I mean, I'm sure there are differences between mics and everything, but I mean, if you're not outright using like a headset mic, then I can't really tell. Because sometimes it's the extra equipment that you're using or the atmosphere that you have in the room. Man, I'm tired. Been a long couple of months. You know, been a very long, very stressful couple of months. I'm gonna work on making better as time goes on. It's very hard to do so when it's all money based and when you're not getting too many hours from your only job and you don't get hired elsewhere for no reason other than very difficult to feel like you have any security in your life. I got 5 minutes. Fuck. Wait, okay. I saw that my model wasn't moving, so I got really scared. Now, with all the talk of like VTubers and becoming VTubers and VTubing in general, I have ideas of becoming one, of having my own model and everything. In fact, a long time ago, I grabbed a free stick figure model, and I've been playing around with that for a little bit. But actually setting it up and like, we'll see. Maybe one day. I'm certainly not. I'm not a role player in the slightest. I'm very much not. So I'm not gonna have like lore and character stuff and everything. It's just a hey, here's me in a different form sort of deal. Oh, Jesus Christ, and I don't have any fucking bombs! Whatever, man. That's gonna do it for tonight. I changed my mind. I only have a few minutes left, so it's whatever. That's gonna do it for tonight. I had a lot of fun talking about everything that I wanted to get out there, and yeah, I'll try to do this. I want to try to do this like at the end of every month now from here on. And we'll see how it goes. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at GamingLeo90 and follow me here at GamingLeoTV to know when I go live. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.